What's happening, y'all? You know I should go, man. Trying to hurt your boy. They trying to hurt your boy. But resisting. You know what I mean? We gotta resist, man. We have to resist. Today is what? May 11, 2021. Well, you got the devil on your tail, man. Feel me? You just gotta. I won't let him, man. Shout out to Mo 3, man. I gave all the love I had. Said I gave up all. I gave all the love I've had, nigga. I don't gave. I don't have no more love to give. Feel me? I gave up all that love I have, nigga. When you ain't had no love, I gave you love. Feel me? I barely had love to give, but I still gave love. You know what I mean? That's what they don't tell you. Hold on. Already passed. Very good. Feel me? Shout out to Mo 3, man. Love I had. That song is mean. And he has another song called I Won't Let Him. I done gave up all the love I had, man. For real, for real. They don't tell you these things. They talk bad behind my back, but they never tell people what I actually do for them behind closed doors. Feel me? And that's just a fact, man. Feel me? I gave up all the love I had. I can't get it back. I won't get it back. You see, love is an action. It can't. Love is just not something that is not tangible. Love is an action. Love is integrity. You feel me? It's what you do when I'm not there, that you still love me or not. If I'm in front of you and you faithful to me, or you talk good to me when I'm in front of you, or you treat me with some kind of care, affection, you feel me? All these are actions. You feel me? When I'm not there, do you do the same thing? Do you still feel the same way about me, or do you talk about me? See? Love is an action. It's an action. It's a verb. Feel me? Something that it requires you. It requires movement. Feel me? Energy is love. Energy, emotion is love. Energy, emotion, emotion. I love that. Shout out to that lady, by the way. You feel me? So you can tell me you love me all you want, but you can try to sweet talk me all you want, but it's an action. I need to see something. Feel me? What are you showing me? Know what I mean? These people say they love you all day. They be like, nah, man, you the big bro. Oh, you the little bro. Oh, you my mans to them, nigga. You my day one, nigga. Feel me? Oh, you my boo then. I'll never do you like that, Jeffrey. What you mean, nigga? I love you. Feel me? But it's an action. What action have you shown me lately? What have you done for me that will tell me that you love me? Even if you love me one time, if you show me that action one time, it might overdo 1,000 fuckery. Feel me? That's how strong love is. It's not just a word that you use. It's not those 3-letter words. I love you. Nah, that's not. That's just you speaking. You feel me? Let it pass. Let it pass. Let him pass. Let him pass. I don't know who that, but cool. The face mask really usually be blocking people, so sometimes it's very hard to tell. See, love is an action. You feel me? Hate is an action too, cause you know, if hate is if there's a thin line between love and hate requires an action, cause you can say you hate somebody all you want, but it's the implementing of the hate, the fact that you go the distance to hate on somebody, the fact that you want to poison somebody, the fact that you want to hit somebody, the fact that you create an organization or group of people to hate somebody. So hate is an action. We know hate is an action. So what makes you think love is not an action? I have to judge you by the things that you do to me. You feel me? Action. You feel me? Even when we move yourself, when they try to paint love and everything else, it has to be performed in action. You feel me? If I have a daughter or a son, or I have a kid, and I discipline them, it's not because I hate them. I love them. That's why I had to discipline them, to show them that, look, this is what you do and this is not what you don't do. It's an action. You feel me? If I have a wife and I want to show her how much I love her and everything else like that, and her birthday come around and I don't buy her nothing for her birthday, that's a lack of action. Me buying her a gift, paying attention to what she likes and everything else, and buying her the right gift that suit that moment, that's an action. You feel me? So when I was listening to Mo 3, he said, I gave all the love I had. Woo. I can't get it back. I started thinking, love is an action. So if somebody can't give you no more love, if I'm depressed, you feel me? Depression is good, by the way. They always trying to eliminate depression and stress, but these are part of life itself. You feel me? If I have, anyway, he said I gave up all the love I had. I can't get it back. I won't get it back. That means that force and that pressure that I need to put on myself to make something happen, which is depression itself. You feel me? Depression pushes you to do something about something. You feel me? The reason why if I was a fat person, I'd be depressed because I am unhappy with my weight. So depression pushes you into love, into action to do something about your weight. You feel me? If I'm an unhappy individual, and I gotta figure out what is making me unhappy. You feel me? And it requires love, which is action, for me to do something about what is making me unhappy. Whether it's going back to school and getting my life together, whether it's basically, you feel me? Like take yourself out, take a walk. You know what I mean? You probably have everything else right. You probably went back. You probably went to school and got everything else right, but you're still unhappy. You need to figure it out. Then it requires you to love yourself enough to put it into action. The action part is where the love comes in. You feel me? So I was listening to my nigga Mo 3, you know what I mean? Talented individual, and everything just started falling in place. I'm like, I can talk about this. The reason why, not the reason why. Love is an action, and sometimes you can run out of love, man. I can do so much for a person that it comes to a time where, like he said, I gave up all the love I had. That means there's no more, like I don't have the energy to do something for you that is not in me already. You feel me? You ever seen somebody who just, sometimes they will do more for other people than they do for somebody else? You feel me? That could be hate, or that could be love itself. But if you run out of love for somebody else, it doesn't matter whether it's for a good cause or not. We just focusing on the action part of it. When you run out of love for somebody else, you feel me? To the point where you hate that individual, because it's a thin line. You could just, it's like jumping jack, you feel me? It's like the streets and the sidewalk type shit. The in-between, you know what I mean? It's a thin line between the streets and the sidewalk, but it's a thin line between love and hate. But love and hate both requires action. It's action that bonds them together. When action was separated, when we separate action, we find in action love and hate. But they both came from the same entity, you feel me? So now we're looking at it and we're like, damn, a person who runs out of love is a person who can't even apply himself to do something. It's like you go into that state of depression. Depression basically sits your ass down and have you thinking, which is a good thing. You feel me? People always see depression and stress as a bad thing, and they suppress this feeling. That's why they give you drugs, to suppress a feeling that you're supposed to feel. Depression basically, how can I put it? Depression it's supposed to put you in a state of mind where it has you thinking. You feel me? You're supposed to think through whatever you're going through. This is a time for you to think through it. Then you have to have enough love to put your answer that you receive through your thoughts into action. You feel me? Whereas, I don't want you to hate yourself. You feel me? Some people could go through depression and choose the wrong action and hate themselves and kill themselves. You feel me? No, you're supposed to love yourself enough to put it into action, to do something about what you're going through. You feel me? So you could be going through a lot, right? No, you could be going through something with somebody that you love, and over you put it into action to do something about it. But I'm trying to talk about a point where you reach a point where you can't do nothing for that person anymore. Like you just fed up with that individual, or you just fed up with that group, or you just fed up with that institution, whatever. You just fed up. You're like, I cannot generate enough energy to have the love to do something for you. I ran out of love. Like, you feel me? It doesn't necessarily mean that you can't do nothing else. Somebody can come along and you could be like, the energy comes out of nowhere. It's what I'm feeding from you. We both feeding from each other. We are all servants of each other, and we serve each other by, trading. We constant. Life is a business. You feel me? So we constantly trading energy off each other. That shit is bing bang bing bang. The difference is that the narcissist is just sucking. He's a vampire. He only takes energy from you. He has no energy to offer. So all he does is just sucks energy. He's like a vampire, literally. He's an energy vampire. He sucks the energy out of you and leave you dry, and does not replace your energy with anything else. And they just leave. So a narcissist can be somebody that you run out of love. You be like, yeah, I can't offer you nothing else. You feel me? A narcissist be like, I cannot offer you anything else. I just can't offer you nothing else. You feel me? I've gave you all I got, man. Now you gotta go. You feel me? Use an energy sucking vampire, you gotta go. So just hearing mode 3, I'm like, yo, I could just build on this topic itself. How many of us has been fed up just dealing with people that we just don't have no more love for? Maybe just for the week. I just ain't got nothing for you right now, baby. Like, you are too much to deal with. You feel me? You feel like you are just too much. Like, I can give you love, and the joy on your face is a form of energy that gives me back some form of energy. You feel me? It doesn't necessarily mean I give you gold, you give me silver. I can do something good for you, and the joy on your face makes me happy. Like a bitch, I always wonder, like, yo, why do girls like sucking guys' dick if, excuse the language, why would a girl like sucking a guy's dick if it's not doing nothing for her? Or why would a guy eat a girl out? He's like, hold on, eat a girl out if it's not really where it's not doing nothing for the person that's doing the action of, you feel me? Just you sucking her, he is eating you, but what is he doing for the person that's doing the action, that is doing the eating and the sucking? Then I realized, of course, when you conduct yourself in that kind of environment or that kind of act, you realize that it's the pleasure that the other person is getting that makes you feel good about yourself too. It's like, I'm making this person pleasurable. Look at the way this person is squirming. Look at the way this person is just twitching. Oh, the girl can look at them. The girl can. She was stalking me. You see, hold on. You see it, right? It's moving. I know. You stalking me with the helicopter. They still ain't give up since yesterday. So losers. But what would make a person go down on somebody else? Let's put it nicely. Go down on somebody else, and what would make that person feel so good about going down on that person? It doesn't feel like it's reciprocal. Like, it feels like one person is just enjoying themselves and you just doing all the work. But it's the joy that the person is enduring that brings you pleasure too, because it's like, damn, it makes you feel good. Like, damn, I'm doing a good job. Look at this person, can't even help themselves. You feel me? This nigga toes, or your bitch toes is curling and everything else, and she's doing a great job, and you like, oh shit, the fuck off me type shit. You feel me? But it's the reciprocal of energy. You feel me? Y'all both making each other feel good. You gain pleasure from making somebody else feel good. You like a servant. You like a caretaker in that moment right there. You taking care of somebody, and it brings you joy to see that your actions are making somebody feel good. I see you pass by. Thank you. You feel me? So that's very, very important in that part. The differences with a narcissist. The narcissist is just somebody who is just the receiving end and will never make you feel good about yourself. Even if a narcissist was to make you feel good, he is doing it in a way where it benefits him in the long run. You feel me? It's all about the me, 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 me. That's how they move. You feel me? But let's get back to all the love I had. You can give all the love that you had. You feel me? Because it's like you reach a point where you're like, yo, I've been the nicest guy. You feel me? I've been this. I've been a gentleman. You take care of the kids. You do all these things and everything else like that. But it's like the person that you're doing it to does not respect your boundaries, does not respect you as an individual. You feel me? It's like you come to a point where you like, yeah, I don't mind wasting my energy. I don't mind loving people, but I cannot love you. Feel me? That's when you cherish your actions. You be like, I cannot give you my love. Like I just can't. Cause you come to a point where it's like if you're a person that just like to love people and like to give out love and everything else like that, eventually you come to a point where you cannot give somebody your love where it drains you to give that person your love. You feel me? I've been in a situation like that. You know what I mean? Where you giving somebody your love. You keep giving this individual your love. You keep giving her your love and everything else like that. But you like, she's worth more trouble than what I'm giving. You feel me? It's like it's a glitch in between the love that I'm giving. Like I'm putting in action. You feel me? You showing this person affection, but it's like there's something that is missing. It's like this person does not value the action that you put it in. You feel me? So you can give so much love, but it's like you can be the nigga that's like a generator that generates nothing but love, but the same people out there that would just dry out that love very, very fast. You feel me? Extremely fast. This group of people too that's like you want to love them, but it's like they make it impossible for you to love. And every time you show them affection, they go out their way to make sure that you don't love them. There's people out there who just don't want you to love them back. Like, you feel me? And that's when you can play that Mo 3 song and be like, I gave all the love I had. Feel me? Like you showing them, like you actually showing them or her. When it comes to me as a man, like yo, I'm showing you that I can love you. I'm showing you that I'm coming to the table. I'm showing you that yo, I'm a responsible individual. It doesn't necessarily mean like love also requires you to be responsible and being able to bring people to a table and have a constructive conversation and everything else like that. You're showing these people growth. You're showing her growth. You're showing her maturity. But some people just, it's like they do everything in their power to sabotage that love. You feel me? But you cannot be in my life and expect me to have a relationship with you that does not have love. I'm sorry. You feel me? Like, I know sometimes the negative part, the negative part I'm willing to accept will be stress and depression, because nothing is perfect. We gonna go through some arguments and we gonna talk it through. You feel me? That's the depression part and the stress part about it sometimes. Where you dealing with people, relationship with a community, da. But the good part about a good relationship is that it involves all these things. Like it involves the arguments. It involves the good time. The best part about it is overcoming all those things and still respecting each other enough to talk about it in a constructive way so that y'all both can come to a compromise solution if you love each other. You feel me? Love is an action again. But some people just don't want that. Like, you feel me? Like, you could try all you want. You could try all you want. You could try to be the gold standard of what a stand-up person is supposed to be. You could be an individual that a fly will not hurt. You feel me? You could be an individual where they can send wild animals after you and they still wouldn't come and attack you. You feel me? But some people just don't want to fuck with you. Like, they'll do everything in their power to make sure that they don't fuck with you. You feel me? Regardless of what you do. You feel me? It's like, damn, I done gave all the love I had. And you shut it down. You just shut it down. Your purpose in life is not to love me at all. You just want to make me look bad. And eventually you also reach a point where you start to believe that. You be like, yo, I gave all the love I had. I can't get it back. I won't get it back. You feel me? So I be thinking about shit in my own life sometimes when I hear that song. I be like, damn, yo, same people or same girls I had in my life. You feel me? I said love is an action. It doesn't necessarily mean that lovey-dovey. Oh, I loved her so much and she did me wrong. Love is an action. It's like I love myself enough that whoever I'm dealing with is just not something I'm just dealing with in that moment just so because my dick is wet. No, I actually, there's some kind of care about that individual. You feel me? Because I care about myself. There's no way I can have somebody in my life in any form or shape where I didn't care about them. I'm not, it's crazy. Think about it. Some people will have sex with a girl who they are not even attracted to. And I think that is madness. They just want to just have sex. Like, that's dangerous. Like, I had an argument with my homeboy back in New York about this shit. Or what used to be my homeboy. You feel me? I did a lot of mistakes myself. But, yeah, it's like niggas be having sex with girls just cause they like, nah, I just needed a nut. I ain't even gonna lie to you. And it's like, wow. It's like, this shit is crazy. Oh, they could just have sex with a girl cause they don't like the man and they just wanted to fuck her type shit like that. And I'm like, yo, that is insane. I cannot fuck a girl. It's like, well, why do you always have to be attached? I'm like, cause I respect myself in some kind of shape. You feel me? You like, I can't see myself doing that, man. You feel me? If I fucks with you, then that means, you know, like I took a liking to you a little bit. You feel me? Feel me? Like the fact that I had to go buy me a condom. That's money. Then I'm taking time out my day to spend with you. It's like, yo, like how can you just sit next to a person you don't have no feeling or you hate? Like niggas be having sex with bitches they hate, and girls be having sex with niggas they hate too. Some of these girls ain't no better than a prostitute. So at least the prostitute is getting the money for it. You just doing it cause you hate yourself. Like, it's crazy. Like, you feel me? That's why I said, like, you know, girls that I dealt with, I dealt with them, but it's like I just wasn't dealing with them because it was like, it was a thing to do. No, I dealt with them because it's like, you know, I was like, maybe I take a liking to this person. Let's see where this go. I wasn't doing it just to do it for clout. You feel me? Nah, I was not. Like, it just wasn't me. You feel me? So anyway, if I ran out of love with you, man, that's very, very hard to do. Truth be told, I had 10 minutes. If I ran out of love with you, that's very, very hard to do. You feel me? That means that you did everything in your power to sabotage that moment. You dig? Like, you probably ran out of love with me. You feel me? See that? They try so hard for me to, like, my love is endless. Sometimes it's unlimited. You feel me? But it's like, it's a detrimental to myself too, because I'm always optimist. I'm like, there has to be a way we have to, you know what I mean? I don't get in a relationship just for 2 months or a year. Nobody gets in a relationship with another person and be like, we signed a contract for 2 months or 2 days or 2 years. When people get in a relationship, let it pass. When people get in a relationship, they hopeful. They thinking long terms. You feel me? It's like, I never met people who get in a relationship be like, yo, we just fucking with each other for the summertime. Then from the summertime on, then we gonna figure out, you know what I mean, the rest of it. No, nobody does that. Like, you feel me? People, when you get in a relationship, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm start talking about marriage and everything else like that. But my intention is like, all right, cool. Like, let's see where this go. But there's no timetable on it. Like, we not working to downgrade. If anything, we meeting at this spot in this moment. We balance right now. We meeting, then we gonna work our way up. If we can't afford to work our way up, then we just break apart. You feel me? And try something else. That's all. It's like, I never seen people who work to downgrade. It just doesn't work like that. I never seen that before. Well, of course people do it, but it never worked. And as you can see, I can't be around somebody that I don't like. I cannot listen to somebody I don't like. That's when I said relationship. You feel me? I cannot be in a relationship. Relationship does not necessarily mean between boy and girl, or I'm not talking no gay shit either. I'm talking about a relationship as in society. Because a good relationship is what makes society run. So it's like, even if you don't like me, I don't like you, I know that we gotta keep the peace to let things go on. You see what I mean? Like, it's like, I don't know you, you don't know me, but I have enough respect for you in that in this so-called neighbor relationship to allow a peaceful transition to go on. So that kind of relationship. It doesn't necessarily mean between man and woman or boy and girl. Relationship is like everybody driving in traffic, right? So we both driving safely. We all driving safely, so nobody dies on the road type shit like that. That's a good relationship because it's like we have enough respect for each other like that. That kind of relationship. I don't mean, I'm not seeing love like the way you guys see love. I believe love is an action. Feel me? You can't get in a relationship in a romantic relationship. That's why they have a romantic relationship and they have a social relationship. Relationship requires more than just romantic. There's so much more to a relationship. I feel like I had to explain myself on that because people just thought probably be thinking he's talking about a girl. I'm using that as an example. That's also a form of relationship. Driving on the highway, that's a relationship. Society, you know what I mean? You driving safe because you want to have a healthy relationship on the intersection. So it's not cause crashing. When somebody's irresponsible in that relationship, that's when accidents happen. You feel me? So like it is what it is. Like people see when you get in a relationship, it's always a long-term goal. I never seen people get in a relationship with anything else and be like, well, let me see if I can respect my neighbor just for this weekend. And next weekend I'm going to, you know what I mean, attack him. No, like we thinking long term every time we get into any form of relationship. I don't wanna look at the definition of relationship. Relate. Shit. It's something that we both have agreed upon thousands of years ago that we can all relate to a civilized society. I think everybody in their right mind, even the people who fake it, psychopaths, still want a civilized society. Because if it wasn't civilized, everybody would be knocking on their doorstep to be like, all right, you the serial killer in the neighborhood, you gotta go, type shit like that. So we have all innately believe, we have that belief that look, we want some form of civilization. So that's why we create this so-called civilized society, because we agree that the only way we can move forward if there's some kind of respect and love action. You feel me? Building and everything else like that. That's why we build buildings and make society look good and everything else, because it's out of love where somebody will create a sidewalk so people don't get hit on the road. I mean, to differentiate the two, that's out of love. There's an action there. It's concern. It's a thought that went into that process. You feel me? The buildings behind me and buildings around, these are out of love to create an institution where people can actually come and earn some money. The person who created it too, of course, he wants to earn some money too, of course, but there's love over there. There's an action. It was a thought process that went in. It was a plan and they built it out. And when it's, you feel me? That kind of relationship. I feel like I had to explain myself because they always try to make it seem like I'm some thirst bucket. And I'm like, damn, my nigga, can I speak without you having to judge me about whatever you think I'm enduring? You feel me? But that kind of relationship, like relationship requires a lot of things. All right, let it pass. God damn. Yeah, now he mad. Making all that noise, you want it to be on camera. Feguito. Let it pass. Nice. You feel me? So, what was that? I know I had to make a lot of explanation when it came to that. Motherfucker, I gave all the love I had. You feel me? So, relationship, like, sometimes if you feel like, yo, I'm doing too much to uphold my end, I'm not God. Only God can keep, even God, when you have a relationship with God, even when they speak about God in the Bible, they talk about a covenant. God always made a covenant with men, and there's a relationship involved in there where, you know, you have trust and everything else that's involved. So it's like love is an action again. God said, yo, I'm gonna uphold my end of the agreement. Even if you don't uphold your end of the agreement, that's a real man right there. That's a status that we want to be at. Even if I have an agreement with you, in business, if I have an agreement with you and you violate your side of the agreement, the contract can be ripped apart and I can basically get the better half of the deal. But God doesn't work like that. God said, even if you violate the covenant, whatever they call it, the covenant, the covenant that I have with you, guess what? I will still uphold my side of the covenant, regardless of what you do. I'll give you a chance to redeem yourself. How many men you know that can do that? You feel me? Now that's love. That's an action that cannot be defined. You feel me? I'm not God, my nigga. Cause if I had any kind of agreement with you and you did that to me, I'm fragile. I'd be like, fuck you, I'm out of here. I don't want to be hurt. You feel me? Cause men are cursed. You feel me? Only put your trust in God. So I know for a fact. Now, I don't know. I can't. I'm not there yet. I want to be there. I want to be the person that, even in this society, they'll call you a fool if you have a covenant with a girl and a girl break her vows and you still with her. Man, that's a beta male. This nigga is a beta male. How you gonna be a beta? And it's like, yeah, it's like, is it really beta male? Isn't he the strong person? You feel me? Isn't he the one who actually put his emotion to the side, and he actually showing that, look, man, although this individual hurt me and break our covenant between us, I still had the emotional intelligence enough to forgive that person and put my ego to the side and act on a greater love. You feel me? Isn't that person the real alpha? Instead of you being an alpha and be like, I'm out of here, I'm getting a divorce, like da da da, and you start acting off your emotions and shit. You feel me? We gotta redefine a lot of these things. You feel me? People don't look at the definition of the word and understand what the word means. Like I started out in the beginning of the video about love itself. When people see the word love, they think it's, you know, Disney World type of shit. Like, oh, gloomy. It tickles. It have butterflies and all that bullshit. Like, no, nigga, that's not fucking love. Nigga, love requires you. Love requires some. I want to see some kind of action. Build road. You see this road? That was made out of love. You see how nice the field is cultivated and the plants. You see all these trees? There's a system in place. That's love. Like, you feel me? A system itself is a love. It's like a structure. That's love. You feel me? The way God created us, that was love itself.